When somebody tells you who they are, believe them. One of the benefits of dealing with barbarian third world cultures is that there's no subtlety. There's no nuance. There's no passive aggressiveness. It's just pure aggressiveness. And when they say something like, you should be lucky you're alive because my barbarian counterparts would kill you, you should believe them. And that's exactly what happened here at the Oxford Union, the oldest debate society in the world, housed at Oxford University, the oldest university in the world, that has now been overtaken by Muslim women, just like everything else in the UK. Listen to this.
And without the protection and generosity of a Muslim Palestinian president and a mostly South Asian executive committee, you would be quite literally cooked.
She's telling this to Tommy Robinson, who is an English national, a patriot, somebody whose parents, grandparents, an entire bloodline built the kingdom of the United Kingdom. This individual just got here. She looks on glaringly. She means it, by the way. She means it. And let us parse this out, because this was a debate that happened last week, and English patriots Lawrence Fox and Tommy Robinson were invited to come and debate in Oxford, and it used to be an English institution, and they faced down a bunch of Muslim women who run the club now. And you can see it in their very eyes that they mean it when they say that with the flick of a wrist, we could have you killed. We now run the mob. We run things here. This is what they're saying. Your time is over. And that's what's happening all throughout the UK, in some of the most beautiful hamlets, in some of the nicest places that you would, of course, love to visit, with lovely churches and ducks and swans. This is a place called Thetford. Oh, look at Thetford. Look at the bridges in Thetford. Look at this golden statue. Not for long. Here we go. Thomas Paine. It's where Thomas Paine is from. One of the inspiration of the founders of our country. Here we go. And houses that are far older, without doubt, than America even. Anyway, this beautiful little hamlet in England is now been targeted for destruction. It has now been named one of the new migrant cities. So get ready. This town is now going to be destroyed. Third night of turmoil and market town over asylum seeker homes, more arrest, disorder linked in the Norfolk anti-immigration protests. Look at this. So here's what they're going to do. They're going to now shove infinity North Africans into, again, another beautiful British hamlet where people have lived for thousands, literally thousands of years. British people have lived for thousands of years, sent their sons and daughters off to war to fight for the king, created this beautiful community, and now they are going to pack it filled with, right here, this. And you get enough of this influence, and the people of beautiful Thetford will be begging for their lives. We'll be having to ask permission. Look at this English heritage. It's been look at these ruins have been around for over 1,000 years. In their own country, they will become the foreigner. And by the way, this is what all immigration numbers show. Number of Muslims up 44% in a decade. All of the immigration statistics show that Islam is, of course, outpacing Christianity and all other religions. The number one boy's name in all of England is Muhammad. Arrests made after 3 nights of protests against illegal migrant homes being forced on small English village. There's not that many people in these villages. They're trying to bring in 4,000 Muslim North African migrants. You're gonna destroy the town. Look at this. The town has a town of 25,000. So you're bringing in 4,000, not 4,000, I don't know, French people. I mean, that would be bad enough. Maybe it'd be worse. But not 4,000, let's just say, bring in Americans, right? People from Alabama. Well, what would the people from Alabama have? They'd have Western civilized mannerisms, the same language, the same religion. They would probably blend in less than a generation. Those people would be functional parts of the city. But when you are bringing in something that is wholly foreign with zero assimilation, what's going to happen? Your entire town is going to get destroyed. You're going to be begging for protection from the barbarians because they'll outnumber you. And we've seen it before. A small town of 25,000 near Suffolk border saw a third night of unrest in what called an overly heavy-handed police response on Thursday. The emergence of HMO homes of multiple occupancy, regular family homes divided into small subunits and used by the government to disperse boat migrants around the country. Apparently, the apparent sudden and unheralded arrival of migrants placed these HMOs on Tuesday came as the town already on alert over arbitrary migrant plantations, given present government plans to turn a military base just a mile away into a dormitory house. Look at this. So now they're sicking the police on the English patriots that want what? The city and towns that their grandparents fought for. Look at this. 2 men have been arrested following nights of Tetford, Norfolk, over housing asylum seekers. They're taking English homes and subdividing them for North Africans to come in and replace the native populations. It's the most evil thing that is happening. It is a genocide, actually. It's a genocide against the English people. That's what it is. It is a racialized genocide of replacement. You never see scenes like this out of England. Half of Norfolk police out last night guarding the housing units for North African Muslims. Look at that. Look at the amount of police presence you get if you are a Muslim that comes to a beautiful English countryside. 5 arrested over anti-migrant protests in English town. Look at that. Oh, they need a change so badly. They need an election so badly. This is a similar English village just voted for independence from the British government as the government plans to dump thousands of migrants in their backyard. Look at this. Leafy Village votes overwhelmingly to have independence entirely from England. We're planning to build a massive migrant camp. Well, of course. This is why we have our independence from England, because the government sought to destroy and to undermine our way of life. At what point do the English people have a right to break off from their government? Goodness. Home Office announces plans for new asylum. So instead of sending them back, they're taking over homes from British people and handing them over to the people that eventually will control and run the country. And you wonder why people are upset. You wonder why there's so much looting. Not looting, but there's so much unrest. How many beheadings? How many rape gang inquiries? You know, this was Belfast just a month ago when somebody was beheaded in the streets by one of these migrants. Call it what it is. This is the government facilitating the end of England. This is the government facilitating the end of English culture. This is the government facilitating the destruction of the world that your grandparents fought and died for. Your birthright. They're stealing it from you and giving it to more cooperative children. It is a wholesale evil. And so we stand with the people of Tetford. This should not be happening. It shouldn't be happening anywhere. And they all need to go home. They all need to go home. And eventually you're going to have to come to terms with the fact that remigration will be the policy of the future. And so it's time to get serious about it. Ladies and gentlemen, we stand with the English. We have a right to exist. We have a right to our homelands. You have a right to your culture, and it should be protected severely. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe.